at 4. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu describes Supreme Court's verdict reaffirming his victory as revalidation of residents' position, victory for democracy. Federal government to disburse 643 billion naira to beneficiary tertiary institutions. On the foreign scene, International Monetary Fund approves $700 million disbursement for Pakistan. In sport, Bournemouth forward Dominic Solanke wins Premier League Player of the Month. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described the verdict of the Supreme Court reaffirming his re-election as governor of Lagos State as a revalidation of residents' position and a victory for democracy. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the judgment will allow his administration to accelerate various interventions in order to deliver more dividends of democracy in line with its Themes Plus developmental agenda. The appeal court had earlier affirmed the victory of Sanwo-Olu after the gubernatorial election petition tribunal and affirmed the victory at the poll. But the Supreme Court on Friday reaffirmed his re-election and delivered verdict in gubernatorial election dispute involving at least 8 sitting governors elected last March and sworn in on May 29, 2023. The Supreme Court also reaffirmed the elections of Bala Mohammed of Bauchi, Bate Otu of Cross River, Francis Onwofuru of Ebonyi, Alex Oti of Abia, Daudu Lawal of Zamfara, and reversed the decision of the Court of Appeal and Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal, which sacked the governor of Abba Yusuf of Kano and Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau. Lagos State government has expressed its readiness to partner with the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency, SMEDEN, for initiation of policies and a creation of programs that would boost the micro, small and medium enterprise MSME sector in the state. Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Folashade Ambrose Medebam, gave the commitment during an interactive meeting with the representatives of SMEDEN at the ministry recently. Ambrose Medebam described SMEDEN as a critical organization needed by the state for collaboration to develop the MSME sector. She called for the creation of a joint committee between the ministry and SMEDEN to work on all possible areas of collaboration on MSME development. The medical director of Alimosho General Hospital, Ayodapo Soyinka, has received the annual Nelson Mandela Leadership Award of Excellence and Integrity by the Youth Assembly of Nigeria. Soyinka, while receiving the award, expressed his appreciation to the group, just as he thanked the management team for their support and commitment to the success of the hospital. He lauded members of the Youth Assembly of Nigeria, saying the award is an encouragement to do more, especially in his administration's quest for an enhanced medical service delivery to all patients and in every aspect. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has approved a total of 643.4 billion naira as the 2024 disbursement for beneficiary tertiary institutions across the country. Executive Secretary of Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TED Fund, Sonny Echono, gave the breakdown of the disbursement at a strategic meeting with heads of beneficiary institutions in Abuja, saying that the disbursement was the highest since inception. Echono attributed the increase to sustained efforts at expanding and increasing the efficiency of education tax collection from 2.5 to 3.0% in 2023. He added that the approved new intervention lines in the annual direct disbursement included the establishment of career centers and units in all categories of beneficiary institutions, as well as the development of skills for polytechnics. The Registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, Isha Koloide, has commended the moves by the federal government to investigate fake universities and certificates being awarded to Nigerians. Oloyede said, though, the state of education in the country was not good enough, but has been improving and would continue to improve. He assured that JAMB would stabilize some of the innovations that were employed in the quality of work. In foreign news now, the International Monetary Fund has approved an immediate disbursement of about $700 million to Pakistan to support its cash-strapped program through an economic crisis. The funds were unlocked after the exclusive board of IMF approved the first review of a 9-month, $3 billion loan agreement reached in July 2023 to help Pakistan weather a balance of payment crises and service crippling external debt. IMF said macroeconomic conditions in Pakistan had generally improved since the program was implemented and predicted economic growth of 2% this year. In sport now, AFC Bournemouth forward Dominic Solanke has been crowned Premier League Player of the Month. The 26-year-old becomes the first ever Cherries player to win the award after 5.5 seasons in the top flight. Dominic Solanke enjoyed a stellar December, netting 6 goals in 6 appearances, which included a brilliant hit strike, the first of his professional career, in a comeback 3-2 win at Nottingham Forest. Solanke also scored in victories over Manchester City and Fulham, as well as finding the net in a 2-2 draw against Aston Villa, as Cherries embarked on a 5-match unbeaten run. The one-time England international also played his part in victory at Crystal Palace before the month ended. And that's it on the news at 4. But just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration constructed 4,000 flats for the staff of Lagos State University last year? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described the verdict of the Supreme Court reaffirming his re-election as governor of Lagos State as a revalidation of resident position and a victory for democracy. The federal government has approved a total sum of 643.5 billion naira as the 2024 disbursement for beneficiary tertiary institutions across the country. We also told you that the International Monetary Fund has approved an immediate disbursement of about $700 million for Pakistan to support its cash-strapped program through an economic crisis. In sport, AFC Bournemouth forward Dominic Solanke has been crowned Premier League Player of the Month. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adirayo Idowolaya. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.